Hi there, hello, welcome to the ice readings. It's me, Ada, and it's time for another reading. How you doing? So let me light the candle. We have a vanilla candle, vanilla and sandalwood candle. It smells mind-bogglingly right now. Also there is a lemon candle here. Have some nice warm and healing crystals. I am treating myself to some chocolates and red wine. And the topic of our today's reading is going to be self-love, because it's this time of year where the nights are getting longer, the days are getting shorter and slightly colder, and you know, the energy levels are not that high as we'd like them to be sometimes, and we tend to start treating ourselves with a little tinge of frustration sometimes, like, come on, get up, don't be so lazy, you have to do it, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, you have to do this and you have to do that, and stop fooling around, and so on and so on. You probably know all this already. So yeah, and this is the time where we, because of stress, etc., might forget to show ourselves affection and appreciation and self-love, and treat ourselves to some little nice things. And the thing is, as I said, I'm quite a cynical, skeptical person. I'm totally into this stuff, but I always need a scientific explanation. And the thing is, we are all kids somewhere deep inside. This is why we like when other people appreciate us. This is why we like when other people praise us. This is why we like when other people say we are good at doing something. We like being loved, appreciated, stuff like that. So yeah, if it happens, I mean, it's not 100%, but like, standard average person, so to speak, is reacting like this. So the thing is, we don't feel well when other people don't appreciate us, when no one loves us and stuff like that. You really feel down. And you are aware of it. What we are not aware of, that we have pretty much the same relationship with ourselves. So when we think that we are good at something, when we think that we rock, that we, I don't know, that we are cool, that we are talented, that we are able, that we are whatever. I think my candle is trying to die. I need probably to exchange it soon. Anyways, if you are not feeling loved or appreciated by yourself, you are reacting pretty much in the same way as you react when other people don't love and don't appreciate you, only you do not register it, because we've been conditioned and taught and whatnot to consider self-love, etc., etc., as egoistic earlier, I mean in the bad old times, and it's considered, selfish to be concerned with, I don't know, appreciating yourself and stuff like that. So this is why we trained ourselves not to consciously register these interactions with yourself. So I really noticed it when I was in a really dark and unpleasant place last year, when I experienced several unpleasant things in my life pretty much at the same time, and I really felt like giving it all up, like, what's the point? And there were some really dark thoughts going through my head. I remember having one of those days and returning home late after work, completely hopeless, cheerless, whatnot, really wishing I wouldn't be there at all. And then I looked into the mirror and couldn't recognize myself because I had this look of a scared child who clearly had written on their face, like, are you really going to do this to me? I really got scared and I thought, wow, this is exactly how it works, because you just if you treat yourself badly, it's just as bad as someone else would be treating yourself badly. So yeah, and then I felt miserable, but I tried to smile at myself. And it's scientifically proven that when we're smiling, there are some of happy hormones are forming or whatever, so it's just like this reverse reaction. So I felt better. And I wasn't there yet as to show myself self-love. It took me a while and some meds to be able to do it, but I remember the time. It was still quite dark and not exactly happy, but I was like working on getting myself out of there, and I remember just standing in front of a mirror and telling myself I love you. And I did it unexpectedly because I've heard about it like million times, and I was felt like it was such a stupid idea, who wouldn't feel, you're quite a lucky person if you wouldn't, but I know people who, like myself, would have thought what would have felt really stupid, like standing in front of a mirror, talking to yourself, and saying stuff like "I love you," and that. But at that moment, I was such a nice feeling. Like I didn't even try to make myself believe that I meant that, but just the fact of it, hearing it from myself, admitting it to myself, I was so beneficial and liberating. So yeah, just an example. I really felt better. I felt warm. I felt protected, and it was one of those key moments in my life, really. So I'm not preaching anything like that, but I just want to share some of my experiences when being nice to when I was nice to myself, and I felt better afterwards. So I started looking for other stuff I could do to feel better. Like usually I have a standard 9 to 5 job or something like that. It's not the time I'm working at, but you know what I mean, just a standard desk job. So, and usually I used to get up in the morning and just get dressed and go to work and just maybe have some snack before lunchtime, and just drag myself through the day, just surviving it somehow. Even though I have a very great job, I have the best colleagues in the world, stuff like that, but when you start the day like that, when you kick yourself out of bed, when you just force yourself into your clothes and just go to work and stuff like that, it's really depressing. So, like about a year ago, where I started this new chapter of my journey, I decided I'm having a time for myself in the morning. Right, if you have family, if you have kids, you have to tend to it, probably not the best idea, but having time for yourself where you don't have to hurry at least for 5 minutes, it's such a treat. So I started having a breakfast in bed. I don't have any other possibilities, like a large table or something where I can just sit in peace. But I make myself a tray with a nice cup of coffee and some sandwiches and something sweet, and I just sit in bed, read a book or watch the news on TV or watch YouTube or something like that. And I do eat my breakfast. I'm not that hungry in the mornings because I'm not I'm a night person, so I don't really feel hungry in the mornings, but I still do it because I know it will be good for me. So yeah, this this is an example. Or when coming back home from work, especially now in the colder time of the year, just have a hot shower or a hot bath if you have the time and possibility. Make yourself a nice cup of tea and just sit there for seconds or something like that. And really, it really makes all the difference in the world if it's just a cup of some tea, or it's a cup of your favorite tea, or just nice smelling tea, because your subconscious is re- registering the fact that you thought about doing something nice for yourself, that you just not, I don't know, pouring some hot drink into your mouth to warm yourself up, but you gave it some thought, you found something that you like, and you treating it to it. See what I mean? It's just like not just, I don't know, eating something, but knowing that this meal has been either prepared or selected with care, caring about what you like and what you don't like. Buying yourself clothes, not just something practical or because you need new clothes, but really take your time selecting it, and not because, I don't know, because this is in, or I don't know, what will people think. No, select something that you like, or do something for yourself what you always wanted to do as a kid. I mean, it's totally ridiculous, but I felt such a surge of joy when I learned to make friendship bracelets when I was 35. Because as a kid, I didn't learn it. I couldn't figure it out myself because I have problem with this 3D stuff, and other kids wouldn't teach me. So I kind of had this buried inside of me. I completely forgot about it, and then I saw a picture of a friendship bracelet and I wanted one, and then said, no, I'm not buying it anywhere, I'm not asking anyone to do it for me, I'm gonna do it myself. So I found a couple of cool videos on YouTube and I learned it, and I was basically obsessed with making friendship bracelets afterwards. I still am. So it was such a great feeling knowing that you can enable for yourself to do something what you wanted to do. So what I'm trying to say is that self-love, not just some wishy-washy stuff that you read in magazines or whatnot. It's this mechanism that your subconscious is reacting to your own attention, to your own love and affection towards yourself, just the same way as it is reacting to other people's attention and affection and love. And just as we don't feel well when other people just don't show us these feelings, we feel exactly the same way when, or even worse, when we are not showing it to ourselves. So when we are going to some sort of trouble, I mean not real trouble, but when you show some consideration, some thought into doing something for yourself, your subconscious is registering it as an act of affection, as showing yourself love, and it's such a nice feeling. It's appreciating this affection, and you just feel more secure, you feel more at peace, you feel like you are worth something. Because, well, you probably might disagree, or maybe you would agree, but I think that we ourselves are, for us, the most important person in our lives, because we have to we have to stick around with ourselves for the rest of it, you know. So it is really important to have a nice balanced relationship with yourself. So for this reason it's important to, you know, to be nice to yourself and to do nice things to yourself. So yeah, and my nose is getting clogged because I'm lying on my belly right now, and yeah, so I hope you can still support, still not support. How do you say? Still live with my word, with my voice. Sorry, I haven't drank anything yet. I'm still being incoherent. Anyways, so today's reading is going to be about self-love, and consider it just like some sort of brainstorming. I won't be doing two piles like I already did something similar, like what can I do to feel well this autumn. So it's basically pretty much like this, but I in this other reading I did two piles, like what my current situation is, like I always do, and then what can I do in this situation to feel better. I don't really want to concentrate on the current situation right now, because I don't know, I don't really want to know what kind of problems there might be or something like that. I really want this reading to be about nice stuff that we can do to ourselves, for ourselves, and consider it just like a sort of a brainstorming. So yeah, I hope I didn't bore you out of your mind until now. So let me introduce you our crystals for today. It's going to be the orange calcite, and it's going to be the green calcite, it's going to be fluorite, and it's going to be rose quartz. So as usually, I'm giving you 2 minutes to make up your mind. So faites vos jeux. And my usual information, this reading is going to be like a brainstorming about how exactly we can show some love and affection towards ourselves. The cards are pre-shuffled, although I will shuffle them slightly to select the cards for you. There will be one pile this time. There will be, of course, timestamps as usual. What else? I am reading rather intuitively, although I try to remember the main meanings of tarot cards, but you know, I just go with the flow. What else? Yeah, I'm still not over my flu or cold or whatever it is, so my nose is clogged. My window is finally closed because it's rather cool, and I'm lying on the floor. Yeah, so but there still might be some noises, as there usually are. Anything else? I don't really know. Yeah, let's just wait till the time runs up. Oh yeah, and to make a choice what works best for me, you just close your eyes for a sec and briefly, really for a fraction of a second, think about the question, and then open your eyes, and the first thing you see is your choice. You can also pause the video and meditate or do whatever you feel is suitable in this situation. Yeah. Well, I'm getting good at this. I don't think I forgot something. Alright. Time's up. Le jeu est fait. Rien ne va plus. Okay, so we are starting with the orange calcite, and let us see. Hi there, orange calcite. Just in case you skipped the intro, and a long intro it was, we are going to make some sort of a brainstorming about how we can show ourselves a bit of self-love and appreciation. What are there in terms of nice things that we can do for ourselves? So, yeah, as you can probably hear, I have a cold, and in this reading I don't really feel like there's anything else to say as apart from what I already said in the intro, or while I gave you the time to select your crystal. So this is just going to be, like I said, a sort of a brainstorm, like what some ideas, because sometimes you just start thinking about something and something just, you can't think of anything else. So maybe when you just see some random image or hear some random word, then probably you might have an inspiration or an idea for, I don't know, just do some shopping or watch a movie, or I don't know, read a book, make yourself something nice to eat, order a pizza, or make yourself some healthy food. I mean, I like comfort foods that are not especially healthy sometimes, I have to admit, but you know, sometimes you just can allow yourself to be naughty if it's not necessarily endangering your health, because sometimes you just have to keep some certain diet. In this case, please don't do anything silly, otherwise why not to do something naughty. Alright, so let us see what we are going to have here. Just bear with me for a while. Sorry, my pronunciation, that is not fine. Anyway, is suffering under my cold, so I hope you can live with it. I don't know if any parts of my face and hair are going to make any special appearance in this video. Sometimes it happens. It just depends on the camera angle, because it's different every time, and I will have only this possibility of shooting videos lying on my floor, because I like to keep it neutral and, you know, not doing it on my bed or something like that. So yeah. Alrighty. Alright, so orange calcite, let's find out how we can show ourselves a bit of self-love and affection. We have the world, we have B. I'm trying to remember if I ever had a reading where this card didn't appear. We have the Lomi. We have Seven of Pentacles. We have Ten of Swords. We have a Six of Wands. We have Four of Swords. Okay, the second sword card. Emotional release. We have a Thinker. We have Magical Map Shifter. Wow! I don't get this one usually. We have Vulture. And we have Ace of Cups for love. Okay, so first of all, what I see you need is just some time just to be. Just really space out sometimes. Just sit there, look out of the window or go for a walk, like just, walking without any particular direction. Just sit there looking at the moon or the landscape, or without even really seeing it, just let your mind wander. And no, this doesn't belong here, sorry. Yeah, and really like vulture, because vultures, they are also spend a lot of time, just waiting. So allow yourself just to spend some time thinking about it, about something, letting your mind wander. Just get lost in your daydreams and just be, just sometimes sometimes it's not really good, just to completely space out and just wake up several hours later like I haven't done anything. Yeah, that was a waste of time. So it's not that, but sometimes it can do really some good to you, just to rewind, just to unwind, just to reload your batteries. You know what I mean? Just have a breather. So yeah. And yes, the world card belongs here too, because it's just you know being at peace with yourself and the world. Also, I will need this one too. It looks to me like no, this one goes alone. So this one goes alone, and it means you could start planning a trip, a vacation. If you can afford it, then really go on and do it. Maybe you can start planning some trips for the next year for your vacation. I don't know what your situation right now is. Maybe you can just I don't know, draw up a list of places you want to visit. Just do some research on these places. There were times where I was obsessed with Australia and I really wanted to go there. And I didn't have any possibility to go there at the moment. So I spent quite a lot of time just researching stuff about Australia, some just watching documentaries, just reading about it, books and, just articles, just finding out stuff about this country. So yeah, this is travel, and not exactly in terms of being on the road, being on the move, being on the go, but really just being aware of the vastness of the world and places you can go. So rather not actually going somewhere at this moment, but rather planning and deciding where you want to go and what you want to see, if you know what I mean. Right, then you need emotional release, you need to cry. And maybe not actually, you don't have to cry about some serious stuff, like really think about something in your life that makes you sad and cry. Not that. I'm meaning like watching some silly movie and crying like mad, or some not silly movie but still like that provokes an emotional reaction. I love Japanese series, dramas, and I have one. It's really sad, like everybody dies, and and it's so good because sometimes you're just in your feels, you're just in this mood, and you really have have to have some sort of release. So I put on the series and I watch it and I cry like a baby, and it's so good. You feel so, I don't know, you really feel elevated after that, like really like a a weight left you. So yeah, a weight has needs to be lifted from your body and your soul, and you have to have this emotional release. And here, and yeah, so this card is a little bit melodramatic, so it's really about some stupid, or well, not stupid, but you know what I mean, these melodramatic movies with happy ending or unhappy ending, but with a lot of feels, or some novel about, I don't know, some romantic adventures and stuff like that, where you really have to when you have tears of joy or whatever in your eyes. So this sort of thing. I'm sorry, it's not that late in the evening, but I woke up really early today, so I'm yawning a bit. Then, in this case, it has to do with plants. I don't know if you're good with gardening. You can do some gardening. If not, just go for a walk in the nature while there are still plants. I don't know where exactly you live, but sometimes the plants just lose all the leaves and it starts snowing. But as soon as there are any, as long as there are any plants, just go and enjoy it. Or maybe plant something at home in your garden, or in a planting, how it's called, a pod or whatever. So yeah. Also, I mean, we're talking about doing something nice, and in this case I really have the stupid idea about sewing, or in this case this really looks like needles, so it looks like sewing, stitching, not stitching, so what I'm sorry, I have such a mess of languages in my head right now. I've been speaking I don't know, 4 or 5 languages today, so I'm really going bonkers right now. So it's about sewing or embroidering or knitting, doing something with creative with needles, involving stitches, or just stuff like that. So some hobbies including gardening and being around plants and stuff like that, and some crafts like embroidery and knitting. Okay. Also, it looks like it might be good to do some interesting, fun stuff with your loved ones, and it might appear slightly paradoxical here because we're talking about self-love, but in this case, see this magician guy here? Sometimes it really feels cool when you can be this special magician person for someone else. It really is. It's. I don't want to say it's good for your ego because it has some slightly negative touch to it. But there is this special kind of happiness when you make other people happy, and making someone happy whom you like. If you have kids, I don't know, take them to Disney, or not Disneyland either, just something interesting, or bring them home something they like to eat and just see their eyes light up, or surprise your significant other with something, or your family, your parents, your relatives, your friends, colleagues, just, I don't know if you that sort of thing, just a random person, I don't know. Do something magical for other people, make them happy, and this will make you happy too, and this is also really beneficial for self-love, to know that you are able to, that you are making other people happy. This is really so good for the feeling of worthiness and stuff like that. So yeah, to sum it up, first of all, find some time to be on your own. Just space out, be in the zone for a while. Plan some vacation, watch some stupid movies, do some gardening, do some handicrafts, and surprise your loved ones with something nice and unusual. Okay, this is it. Okay, so now for green call site. Hi there, green call site. Just in case you skipped our intro, I mean, I've been talking a lot here. Just in case you skipped it, we are doing a reading about self-love, and today it's gonna be rather some sort of a brainstorming, like what is there you can do to feel better, to make yourself feel better, to feel appreciated by yourself, to be loved by yourself, to just just to feel better and nice and loved and appreciated by the most important person in your life, which is you. So yeah, and as I said, I don't want to look into your situation or to try doing any mind reading stuff here. I really want to see where it's going, and sometimes you just need some impulses or ideas or something like that. It's also really cool to go on Pinterest and just browse the pictures there. So yeah, and what is it that I am also going to say? Yeah, I also found out when I was doing the reading for the previous crystal that in this case the cards have some rather funny meanings. I don't know if it's gonna happen here too, but they are slightly different from their usual meanings in this case, because it's all about, really literal stuff sometimes. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. No, this one. Okay, and Spirit de la Lune. And gnomes. Okay, so alright, so green calcite, let's find out what we can do to make ourselves feel better and loved and appreciated by ourselves. Let's see, we have Six of Wands and it says good fortune. We have the Psychic. We have Unity. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. Oh. We have Lovers. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, we have Nine of Swords. We have Nine of Cups. I'm getting really funny ideas about this. Movement into balance. Yeah.
Time for a nap.
Take it literally.
Home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golden egg. Oh, this is interesting. And the Empress. Oh, I know what it's all about. Come on, look how beautiful she is. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so first of all, I'll just start from here. I think you might find some enjoyment and some some possibilities for self-development and discovery if you try to explore some spiritual stuff like doing yoga or meditating or learning about some practices. So really, whatever spirituality means for you, maybe I don't know, card readings or any sort of whatever really whatever rocks your boat in this case. But it's all about, like, I don't know, maybe do some scrying or whatever on Halloween. That just also I'm getting it here. I'm coming later, but I really feel like you have this slightly gothic, um, you have this gothic taste in stuff. So it really might be something rather. I'm not going to say you have to join the Satanists or something like that. I mean, it's up to you. But I really like some more, I don't know, dressing in black and reading the cards or something like that. Maybe your thing. Or I don't know, just whatever. Or try some, I don't know, maybe connecting with spirits or, you know, souls, whatnot. I don't know, it's really up to you. I'm not such a specialist in all this psychic stuff, but I think it really would give you some balance. It would balance you out. So you really should definitely should try at least reading some books about it or watching some videos or something like that. So also, it looks to me like you have a partner, or it might be just a very good friend, but I really am getting more partnerish vibes here. So if you have a partner, I know it really sucks if you don't, and I'm talking about it. And I mean, if it sucks for you that you don't have a partner that you'd like to have, and if you're okay without with having no partner, it's dude, you rock. I'm single too, and I'm fine with that. So what I'm saying is, if you have a partner, just spend some quality time with them. Like really cuddle on the couch in front of the what is called a TV, or I don't know, just cuddle, or I don't know, spend a weekend in bed or something like that, or just go for a walk and really just do some really simple stuff, but just being together with the person that you like or love or whatever, and just remind yourself how lucky you are to have them. So if you don't have a partner, it really can be about a very good friend of yours or friends, and really just spend some time together with the people that you love and try to realize how happy you are to have them. I don't know, just go to the movies, do some silly stuff like that would make you all laugh. I don't know, play some games, or I don't know, anything. Just do something with other people who mean something to you to remind yourself how lucky you are to have them in your life. Then, coming back to your gothic disposition, it looks like you really might enjoy watching some horror movies. I mean it. and maybe in connection with alcohol, or either just really go with some buddies, do some pub crawl, or I mean, I'm not promoting drunkenness or whatever. I'm really saying beverages. I mean, it's getting cooler in the northern hemisphere. It's time for Christmas bazaars. Well, not yet, but there are some wine fests, Oktoberfests coming, stuff like that. Just why not? Or maybe I don't know, just meet up with your friends and buddies for some drinks after work or something like that. And horror movies or reading some scary novel or something like that. Really, I think you might get your kicks out of that. Also, really, you should take this literally and just have a weekend at home and just have a nap. Either just I don't know, stay in bed longer, or just in the middle of the day, just wrap yourself in your favorite blanket and um, make yourself comfortable on a couch in front of the TV or whatever, in your favorite armchair or whatever, and just have a nap. Because sleep is sometimes really underappreciated, because I really noticed I mean, I still have my flu, but I used to have it last week and it was like really unpleasant, and I spent like 3 days in bed just sleeping. It was such a bliss. So yeah, sleep is really cool. Don't underestimate it. Have a nap. And also, this is about giving yourself some beauty treatment, some wellness treatment, not gender specific. Just go to have a massage, or I don't know, just take a bath. But it's really more about letting other people pamper you and, like, attending to your hair or your skin, or doing a massage or something like that. Like, really doing something for your body and your looks, because looks is also in here. So really getting your hair cut, have your fingernails painted, or just go for some facial treatment or whatnot. So it's really about wellness and beauty treatments, no matter if you are identifying as any of specific genders, or you're being like gender fluid. There's no matter what you like. I mean, just go and have something nice and done to you by others. Yeah, treat yourself to some treatment. So yeah, to sum it up, first of all, you might like doing some spiritual stuff and rather on the gothic side. Then you definitely should spend time with people whom you like and do some stuff with them and show appreciation to them, and let them show appreciation to you, and just have some good time together and remind yourself how lucky you are to have them in your life. Watch some horror movies, read some scary books. It's Halloween coming in a month or something. Have some drinks with your friends. If you have problems with alcohol, do not dare doing it. Otherwise, just have something nice to eat. Otherwise, all right. Stay at home at the weekend, have a nap, and treat yourself to some beauty treatment, wellness weekend, something like that. Yeah. Oh, I want to have a wellness weekend myself. I really have to make out at least an appointment with my cosmetologist. And my nails need looking after as well. Alright, so now for fluoride. Hi there, fluoride. Just in case you missed the intro, we are talking about self-love today, and there will be just one file, and this file will be containing some sort of ideas for you as to how to treat yourself to something nice and be happy with yourself and show yourself some love and appreciation, and how to be nice to yourself. Because sometimes we just especially when you say to yourself, like, all right, let's think what we can do to feel better, my precious. Like, right? And this is where the thinking stops, because you suddenly your mind goes blank and you don't. Oh, I have no idea where to start. What should I do? What would I like? So just some ideas for you here to consider. I mean, not everything might probably apply, because for the previous one I I had some funny ideas, so you probably wouldn't be resonating with everything, but why not give it a try? I mean, if you're open to trying out something new, why not trying it? And also, yeah, I'm going to say, I didn't say for the first crystal, because I wasn't aware where it's going to take me. This is why I love doing readings. So what I'm going to say is that the cards in these readings have sometimes just literal meaning. So if there's something with cups, it might mean that you should have a cup of tea or something like that. I mean, as just an abstract example in this case. So yeah, what else am I going to say in connection with this? Yeah, also sincere apologies for my voice. I'm not as bad as I sound. I'm just laying on my stomach on the floor. This is why my nose is completely blocked and I sound like I am having my nose pinched by a... how it's called, I forgot. You know, when you hang up the stuff that you washed and on the washing cloth, no, not, wow, what am I speaking about? Anyways, when you hang stuff up and you just have these things to stop it from falling down, and so I sound like I have one of those pinching my nose right now. This is frustrating. I've been speaking several languages today. I'm really I'm out of my vocabulary right now. So yeah, let's see, fluoride. What is there to take into consideration as to what we can do to show ourselves some love and affection? Let's see. We have death. Okay, so you definitely should do something for Halloween. Listen to some music, maybe. Ascension. Or maybe listen to some birds. Let us see. Between worlds. Okay, birds. Definitely something to do with birds. Commitment. You know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I really have to look it up. Okay. The Magician. So definitely do something for Halloween. Arval Parrot. Birds. Page of Cups and fish. Okay. The Chariot. Okay. The World. This is night. And the Hermit. Okay, so first of all, you definitely are going to do some dressing up, doing something creative for Halloween, or just hanging out at night, having some parties with friends where you dress up and do some silly stuff. I really have this feeling. Also, maybe you are into doing some magic tricks or impressing others with some sort of performance. So I really see they are dressing up, and not just dressing up for yourself but for the others to have fun. and doing it like some sort of performance, some sort of a show. So I don't know, maybe you are doing something in theater or something like that. So, and I see night, I really see night. This is going to be at night or in the darker time of year. So preparing maybe for some Halloween. I don't know, I just can't get Halloween out of my head. Even though I never celebrate it, I never do anything to do with it. I really am not into it, but in this case, it really looks like you are going to do it and enjoy it. So yeah, and I'm already saying it like you're gonna do it, because this is definitely something you've already planned. So yeah, just really let your creative juices flow. I hate this phrase, but I have to use it here. Right. Also, it looks to me that you like music, and I mean, this is a stupid phrase. I know not everyone, a lot of people like music. Yeah, so of course you like music, or there is specific genre of music that you like classic or something like that. So you either should go to a concert, or buy yourself a new album by your favorite musician, something like that, or maybe just browse YouTube. I don't know. I have this mania, really. Sometimes I can just spend hours and hours browsing YouTube for the same song but sang by different people, and I really like collecting it and not even comparing it, but I just such a cool pastime just to see how different people singing differently. So definitely something with listening to the music, not playing music yourself, although there's show involved, but in this case it's listening for someone else doing music. Okay, and really this is goes with Hermit. So listen to it on your own. This is just between you and this music. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you just love death metal but don't listen to it too often because it's too loud. So just, I don't know, just grab a couple of headphones or something like that and just listen, listen, listen. Okay, so also it looks like you might enjoy going for a drive. It may be in connection with this one, with the music, so you can just go for a nice drive wherever and listen to the music. Maybe you just I don't know, just go for a drive. It really is about being on the road. Like maybe you like going somewhere by train or by car or something like that. Just not going somewhere, but just being in a process of traveling. If you know what I mean, what the difference is. So yeah, I see a relationship here. It's either something rather superficial or it's just budding. It's just starting. But it looks like you might enjoy going on a date, or just meeting the person you fancy at a party with some friends, just nothing. It says commitment here, but it's rather about the relationship being there, but not being like really something serious or whatever. I don't know. Just, or if you are in a long-term and serious relationship, why not start suddenly flirting with your partner all of a sudden, just fool around? It really, this is this foolish energy about a commitment. So either have a flirt with someone you just met, and I don't know, just also go to the movies, and I don't know, just spend some time together, and just treat yourself to some flirty time. And I really don't know what it is about. You have to figure it out yourself. It's something to do with birds. birds, birds, birds. Either go to the park and feed the ducks, I don't know. Maybe you have birds at home, so take care of them. Maybe you always wanted to have a cannery, so go and buy yourself a cannery or adopt a cannery, I don't know. It has something to do with birds. I don't know. Watch the movie Birds. It's birds, birds, birds. No idea. No idea what it is. It just says birds. You know it better than me. Well, that was interesting. Okay, so now for the rose quartz. Hi there, rose quartz. Just in case you skipped the introduction, we are going to have a reading on self-love today, which means more like a brainstorming on what you can do to show yourself love. And I really don't want to concentrate on the situation as much as really what is there that you can do, because sometimes really when you start thinking about doing something, you suddenly run out of ideas. So this is really like, I don't know, just some random ideas here to give you an impulse or an inspiration or whatever, to just maybe just go and try it out, or just something that, I don't know, clicks and has some funny association or connection in your mind with something else that you also enjoy doing. So by all means go and do it. And yeah, so this is basically what it is. What else? Oh yeah, I discovered as I started doing this reading that the cards do not have their traditional meanings here, and by that I mean that they really mean to be taken literally in this case, because it really looks like, I mean, this is really like brainstorming. So in this case they say, alright, if I show you a cup, this is a cup and not something else. If I show you a, I don't know, a pentacle, I don't know, start collecting coins or something like that. So I mean, depends on what I see in these cards. So this is really fun, so we shall see in a second. Also, sincere apologies about my voice, because I'm not really that bad sick or anything, but it's just because I am laying on my stomach on the floor. My nose refuses to breathe. So yeah. Also, I've spent time at work speaking several languages, so I'm really linguistically confused right now. So I really hope I can put it in more or less decent English. Alrighty. So, rose quartz, let us see what I can do to show ourselves a bit of love and appreciation. First of all, we have the Judgment. Jesus. Are you a lawyer and enjoy being in court or something? Gratitude. Alright, this is better. Ace of Swords. Are you a gravedigger? Gravedigger! Fan of Rupert Graves. Sorry, it's just an insider Sherlock gag. Father of Cups. Another bird. I had so many birds in previous reading. Ten of Pentacles. Alright. The Star. Okay. The Hobdab. King of Pentacles. Alright, we're having Pentacles here. Camel. is this all about? This is all over the place.
Mountain. Ooh, spooky.
Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. Higher power. Alright. And
Healing energy.
okay. Let me do some connecting here. This goes here too. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure about these three, so we just start and let's see where these three fit in. Okay, so first of all, you are into some spooky stuff. I mean, with Halloween around the corner, I already had something like that in previous readings, but in this one, I really get the vibe that you might enjoy being in the middle of something spooky. Not like just watching horror movies, but like, I don't know, playing escape room or any other experiences where you can be really immersed into this stuff. You know how nowadays they offer some guided tours through the city at night, telling some ghost stories with dudes dressed as ghosts jumping from around the corner, something like that. You are really into it, like going in the midst of night to a cemetery, something like that. So, this is really spooky. My candle went out. Let me replace it. Let me replace it. We are not staying in the dark here. Okay. New candle. Come on. Come on. Oh. Alright. So, here we are. There's my lighter. See, you are a spooky person. You blew my candle out. Is this it? See? You blew out my candle. Right, so, definitely you want to have some spooky experience. And it will probably give you a kick that you crave. I'm not so sure about self-love, but this looks like something you might enjoy, so who am I to judge? Then, funnily enough, another extreme, it really looks like you might really enjoy, and it will be really beneficial for you to do some charity, like literally spending money and time at something. And I'm really getting these church vibes, so you may be rather religious or belong to the community of people, and you really find peace and peace of mind and everything when you do some charity work or work for the community and stuff like that. So really be not be there for others, but in this case, while doing it, really concentrate. It's not what it's called. It's not vanity or something, you know, thinking I am so generous and I'm so great. it is the realization that you can make a change. Even your modest contribution is making a change. And this realization can mean a world to you. So while doing this charity work, while, I don't know, giving money for charity or working for charity, it really heals you to understand that you have a purpose, that you make a change. Also, I really feels like grandparents here, especially grandfather feeling here. So, or just some older people. So, one of whom may be already passed. So, you could really either go visiting older relatives who are still there and spend some time with them, let them tell you about something about the youth or something like that. Or if some of them are already not with us, just go to the cemetery and visit their graves. There are people who find peace of mind there. I never go to the cemetery, but there are people who really go there frequently because there's something that gives them something. So yeah, it's more like, also it sounds like being there for the others, but in this case you're reconnecting with your roots. And if you are talking to older people who are either your relatives or with whom you have an emotional connection, you are being part of the history of this world. Like, they were probably young in the 1940s, and they are still there to tell you the story, and you are the lucky person to learn it firsthand or something like that. And if you're visiting someone's grave, it's also you were fortunate enough to know them and to be, you were selected to carry their the stories that they told you, something like that, and they go on living in you. So you were selected, you were chosen to, you were entrusted with this. So consider yourself lucky for that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not my idea of self-love, but this is what it says. Right, so this is all about night and cemetery, so definitely it belongs to this creepy stuff. So in spite of you being really into your grandparents and church and stuff, you really like some scary stuff, like to experience this firsthand, really. So by all means, go on and do it. Or just go to a really atmospheric Halloween party at least. I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't like it. It's just an idea, but really, it sounds like you, I don't know, maybe always wanted to be like a vampire hunter or to be a vampire or something like that. To be a badass, so why not go and kick some asses? I don't know. Might do you some good. Wow, this one was really intense. So yeah, you're a really interesting person if you're simultaneously into all this stuff. So yeah, wow, thank you guys. It was really interesting and insightful. I hope it was at least slightly that much fun for you as it was for me. So thanks for hanging around. Thank you for all clicks and likes and subscriptions, etc. I really appreciate it. You are the best, guys. So peace, love, see you again.